Hello, everyone, and welcome. As promised, I said that I would come and Ask Me Anything show. So this is not just the Ask Me Anything show. What I'm going to do is pull in spiritual energies, spirit here, and actually ask spirit, whatever spirits are around me, to actually help me, and to help if they've actually got a message to use me as a vehicle to help you guys. Okay, now this can be any message that could come through. So this is about anything. As I said before, it's about hauntings. It could be about the royal family. It could be about celebrities. So anything that I can kind of reach out to answer questions for you. Okay, so I hope you're well, and I don't know if we've got many people around at this time, but so here I am. I said that I promised to do this. Okay, so first of all, let's see if I can bring any messages in here, and to see to see if I can channel any messages through here that may be coming through. I don't know, whatever they are. Okay. Now I do get like a meadow, like an untouched kind of meadow with those wild daisies on this meadow. And again, I pick up like a land army girl walking across this meadow, which has got a slight hill to it, and I'm dressed in like combat, what we would call like combat gear, but it's like what is it called? What is the proper? I don't even know what the proper name. Issued. I get like an issued uniform. Issued uniform. That's what's coming through. So I get like a green, not very comfortable, quite itchy. I get it's itchy, and a green kind of uniform, Wellington boots, or boots where the tops of the trousers are tucked into the boots, so it's like Wellington boots, and like a lapels, but no colours on no kind of status stripes or anything like that on these lapels. So I don't know what that means. So that means that these women had no status, maybe. So I don't know. I keep picking up. I don't know in this area where I am whether there was land, women's, the land army girls were working on the land during the Second World War. Yeah, so that's what's coming through. I'm just going to ask here, is there any, hi everyone, is there any messages that you want to reach out to anyone here? Is there any messages you want to reach out to anyone here? Well, I get here this land army girl wants to express that she says, but I get she's quite a strong character. I see her marching across this field, this meadow, but it's like on an incline, and this incline is, you know, to march up it, you would have to be fit. Let's put it that way. To march up this hill, you would have to be quite fit. So I get a fit young lady. I don't feel she's very old. I get like a strawberry blonde, bit this colour maybe, but a natural strawberry blonde, very feisty kind of girl marching up this hill at this meadow. So why is this person, why do I keep getting these kind of land army people coming in here? Let's pull out some cards. What messages do we have here? Oh wow! So this card I get here is teamwork. Teamwork. It's all about teamwork, pulling together, and teamwork. Hello everyone, hi there, nice to see you. Thought I would do Ask Me Anything show. Okay, so this message that this teamwork, but I get a feisty, not so skinny girl, quite chunky, maybe 5'3", and marching, just walking up this hill, very kind of striding along. So I get the message I get from her, and I get she's around 20, between 22 and 25. So she's not that old, but she's saying it's about teamwork. And the next message here is make sure that you finish what you started. Now, this is something that a young girl would say, isn't it? Who started in a job, that's not been doing it for too long, would say something like, you know, it takes teamwork. It takes team. I'm actually channeling this now. It takes teamwork, and you need to finish that job off, kind of thing. Make sure you finish the job off, and it takes teamwork. That's what's coming through, that kind of attitude. Okay, well, whatever that means is this energy is coming through, and it's saying here that we're going to need to adopt this attitude here, that the attitude of having this teamwork, and don't let somebody else finish your job off for you here. And this is going to be something that's going to come in soon, and let's just get along with this, let's get this done, kind of thing. Yeah, so I do get a feisty kind of young woman who's adopted this attitude because I just get energies coming through here, who has adopted this attitude because it's the way to get through. It's the way to get through. It's the way to get through this. Okay. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. So it's like Ask Me Anything show. Hi, Harmony. Thank you for subscribing. It means a lot. Okay. And thank you, Debbie said. Yeah, so I get this this female, and this female is in spirit. So this female is in spirit. I get that she's passed and on the other side now, but it's kind of messages coming through here, and how to get through this. and also messages for whoever I'm kind of okay, it could be for you, Mariam. Okay, this message is teamwork. Okay, and don't leave. So maybe she's left this spirit here has left this message for you. It's teamwork, and and don't leave a job finished, and then you'll do fine. So whoever this is reaching out to, I feel, Mariam, I feel you'll do fine if you work in that way. Okay. Thank you. And so, will Donald Trump win? Will Donald Trump win? Pam Jane, I am going to pull out a card here. Look, I'm going to upset people who follow Trump, aren't I? For this, any messages coming through from Spirit that can advise us, because I'm channeling this. Okay, can advise us here. Oh, wow, I get somebody is saying this man is a damn fool, and I'm not American. I don't know how these politics work. Okay, but again, it's like this person, what I'm getting is like, kind of doesn't know what he's doing, kind of thing, or he's a damn fool. Why is this person a fool? Donald Trump is kind of ad-libbing, whatever ad-libbing is. And you asking me, will he win? I actually get that he's going to be moving on. He's going to be moving on from being, I feel it's time, and although it seems or it appears that Donald Trump just wants to win the election, I think at this particular time during this pandemic, he's happy to pass this on to somebody else to deal with, because what a time to become president, and what a time to become prime minister. Who am I channeling? I'm actually, I was channeling a lady that was in spirit, but used to work as like during the war as like a land owner. But I'm inviting, and not anybody specific. I'm just inviting spirit to come through to answer these questions. Okay, channeling people, channeling spirit, and this is saying this person's a damn fool. Yeah, I would like to know who that is that's saying that this. Okay, well, this person's in spirit. Is President Nixon? I'm guessing President Nixon is in spirit. Is he? I don't know anything about American politics. I've not studied them. Why would President Nixon say that he's a damn fool and he will be moving on? So I guess that came through. I just got a name there, and I got that he's saying that he's going to move on. So that is saying that he will not win this next election. That's, yeah. He will not win this next election, but I don't feel that Donald Trump cares too much, because he doesn't want to have to deal with this crazy pandemic anymore. Yeah, I don't know about your politics in America. Yeah, and I also get he's too controlling. He's too controlling. Now, he's too controlling, and watch out for this, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to accuse of Donald Trump for being too controlling. Okay. Is that democratic to actually control what people say? It tells people to stop talking. Don't be silly. But in all honesty, you should be able to say whatever your opinion is, and that be taken on board. I know how to answer that. Okay. So I do get that he's not going to get back in the when is the elections? You see, I'm not American, but when is your elections there? He's going to be accused of being too controlling in telling people what to say. November the 3rd. Okay, he's happy to move on. Now, what I get here is, I don't know what President Nixon was like, but he's coming across here as really quite straight talking, and he's quite. I wouldn't say aggressive. I would say he's very straight talking. And you can't tell people, you can't control people. You cannot control people. So one of the reasons he can't control it, he cannot control people. I don't feel he wants to control. He cannot control the COVID. He cannot control the coronavirus. He cannot control the way things are happening at the moment. And I feel you may hear Donald Trump say that. I can't control this. It's out of my control. And he'll go on about China quite a lot, which I think he has already. But the word control keeps coming through. And because he keeps saying this, it's making people think, well, you know, why do you want to control? So I get here, I don't get he's going to get to win the next election, and he's not going to be sad. He's not going to be too sad about it, to be honest. He's going to be happy to get out of it. He may even just wing it until November the 3rd. And I get he's going to move on. He's going to move on. He's not going to do too bad, is he? He's got enough money, and he's going to be okay. But again, this is coming through spiritually. It's because he can't control this. You can't control. You can control the economy. You can try to control and prevent any kind of depression, and try to have a good economy. But you cannot control something like a virus, and that's something that he didn't anticipate when he came into politics. Okay. I mean, who anticipates that? Okay. So let's have a look here. So that's what's come through. I don't know anything about your. It says here, Regem. Hi everyone. Will Biden be replaced before NV3 election, November the 3rd election? I actually get a straight no there. I get a straight no. I think he's very steadfast. He comes across as very kind of measured in his tone, in his words. He comes across as somebody you could, and I don't do politics in America, I don't know, but I get here, the energies are that people trust in his words more than what's going on with, well, I just feel that that Donald Trump has just had enough. It is kind of, he doesn't want to have to deal with this coronavirus right till the bitter end. I think he knows that this was done deliberately by China. I think he knows that. China don't like him. They see him as like wanting to take over the world, and I think he said a few things about China that they don't like. So it may be favourable with this other guy, okay, coming in, this Biden. So is this Biden going to succeed Donald Trump? Is that what you're asking? Because I want to go with what your questions are, okay. Yeah, Pam J, yeah. I said up to 2 years, didn't I? I said it was up to 18 months before they get. If you remember, you can go back and look at those predictions. I think last January, February, I said that it would last about 18 months and they won't get a vaccine. And that would, the first vaccines will be just for key workers and the elderly and the vulnerable. And that will be not until next October, not this October, but next October. I think I said, if I'm not right, I said it was 18 months. And yes, and I thought it was crazy too. And you thought it was crazy when I predicted that. And here we are. Okay. So, yeah. So let's have a look here. What's that? Biden is semi-unable to carry out a speech or discussion. Okay. It will be here to stay, COVID-19, but a new one will be released. Yeah, I did predict that too. All I can say, guys, is to avoid this, is to move out into the middle of nowhere, into the countryside, and just isolate yourself for a while, if you can. If you're in a city or a town, I think, you're more at risk. So I'm just speaking from spirit and whatever. Yeah, move into the countryside, Carolina, switch off the news, and just do it the old-fashioned way. And maybe that's why I got this the army land girl from the Second World War. Maybe that person came in for that reason. Okay. Maybe so. So let's just say, yeah, and I'm getting a message there saying just get on with it. Just get on with what you've got to do. Just get on with what you've got to do. So Biden, he's got Alzheimer's. Oh, really? Oh, gosh. Okay, let's have a look here. Is this Biden going to... I get a lot of common sense. I don't know about your politics, but I get common sense. Common sense. It's just common sense. Does he say that? Does he say that phrase? He may say it. He may just say, it's just damn common sense. And I feel that's going to... it's going to either say that, and does he say it's life? He does say that phrase. Wow. Well, I don't know him. I've never watched anything that he said, but I get it's just common sense, and he says it in a way that's quite, people like that. People like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, why don't we live our lives, and why don't leaders run the country for common sense, using common sense? Are they lacking in common sense? Because I get Boris Johnson, he bumbles around everywhere. And wouldn't it be common sense to have put pour money into testing, COVID testing, to find out who's actually got the virus and test everybody regularly. A statutory, mandatory thing that everyone has to get tested once a week or once a fortnight or even once a month. That would make sense. That would be common sense. And then you know, and then we know where we stood with this. Okay. Oh, what's that? I just saw you live. I'm watching live London protests on YouTube. Yeah, and I said that, didn't I predict that protests as well going on? So I think most politicians say what they want to hear and do what gets them millions in their pockets. Don't mean to be a downer. Yeah. Well, the thing is that we're approaching, in England, we're approaching winter, and they've still not got the testing sorted out properly yet. Okay. Yeah, Caroline. Wow, I did kind of say that we were going to get these uprising and not serious, but like protests, and people, you know, that are not working are wanting to do things, that they're unemployed, they want to do things, so they're joining this kind of movement. Yeah, so I do get, let me see, is this Biden going to be the president? Can we have, now I do get, I'm getting President Nixon coming through, and he's saying he likes Biden. He likes Biden. Okay. Common sense, old-fashioned common sense. And that's what he's saying. That's the way to do it. I don't know if that Nixon's saying that's the way to do it. And that is coming through. He's going to be favoured. He's going to shine, and he's going to be favoured 100 times more than Trump. And I would say if he's going to shine because of his common sense approach. Now, I don't know your president, you know, your politics. I don't. But this is what's coming through. I don't follow them. I don't research them. I'm just asking purely off the bat here. It is going to shine, and it looks like Donald Trump is going to walk away. So this is a prediction here, guys. Okay. Well, you know, I'm not on anybody's side here. I don't know this Biden from Adam. Okay. But there's something about this Biden. I don't know. I'll ask. Okay. What is it? What is it about this Biden that's going to make him shine? This kind of steady. It's like. Does this sound weird? It may sound weird. It's like the dad you. It's like the dad you never had. Kind of stood there, really in control, and telling you how it is, and telling as it is. I just get like this father figure, like this protective father figure. I don't know why that's coming through. And doing it for the right reasons. That's what I get. So is he going to? It looks to me as if he has clarity. Yeah, that's come through. It seems as if he pinpoints the clarity. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I've never heard any of his speeches. It seems as if he goes for the jugular of that, and he pinpoints and puts clarity clarity. And I think with the world of uncertainty, we need clarity. Now, this is coming through, okay, and this is why he's going to get favored, because he's going to feel like there's clarity, you know, kind of wisdom, clarity. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. Okay. Okay, well, I don't know about the whether it's going senile. I feel I just get here. I don't want to cause any political argument here, but it looks like he's going to shine. Okay. Who else is in the running for presidency for the 3rd of? I didn't even know that you. I knew that you've got elections coming. Who else is in the running for that? So it's Trump and Biden. Okay. Well, I have to say, looking at this, it looks like Trump doesn't mind walking away, and he would fight for this. But he's kind of sick and tired of this China thing. And he's sick and tired of the COVID. There's something between him and China that's not kind of, you know, going down too well. So there's your answer. There is a prediction here. Could I channel? I don't channel. I allow people to come in. Okay. Let me see if I can bring anybody else in. Yeah, because I get Nixon as very kind of a little bit bombastic in a way. I just get this. I don't feel there's an awful lot of choice, is there? I also get somebody collapsing. I don't know what that is. I get somebody collapsing and falling off their chair. I feel this is a politician. It's like a heart attack or a stroke. Yeah, I actually feel this person losing consciousness. Or like just falling off the chair. It's embarrassing too. It's embarrassing. There's an embarrassment around that. Unless this is a spirit that's telling me that this was embarrassing. Lack of oxygen. I think this is telling me that this is going to happen. It's like a prediction. I get somebody collapsing, and it's either a stroke, there's like an oxygen depletion, or it's like a heart attack, and it's from weight gain, and somebody's put up weight on, and they're not getting any younger, kind of thing, and it's from eating too many rich foods. Too many kind of rich foods. So I get it's a politician. I don't feel, because there is the COVID around, and it could be somebody actually gets COVID and they're not really in the fittest of condition, and they're going to collapse while they're sat on a chair. I feel it's somebody who's just given up on exercise, and who's just given up on fitness, and is eating what they like, and that kind of thing. So yeah, so I do get yeah, I feel I'm kind of saying this could be Donald Trump, and it's going to be so embarrassing. Either he's going to trip over, or and maybe or kind of fall off a chair or something like that. So yeah, it's overweight. It's eating too many rich foods, bad foods, and it's also drinking too much wine or something. And the COVID, I feel as well. He's not wearing the mask that often, is he? He's not wearing a mask that often. So I get somebody collapsing off the. I get collapsing off a chair, collapsing off a chair. Maybe it's stress. Um, it's just a depletion of oxygen, and it's bam bam on the floor. Um, it could be Donald Trump. Now, where do I see that person sitting? Because I do get him. He leans on his elbow, doesn't he, in a chair? I've never seen that, but this is what's coming through. He like kind of leans on it on his elbow. Um, and I feel it's going to kind of slip down. And I don't, is there somewhere hot? I feel he may visit somewhere that's very hot at the moment, or in the next. Somewhere that's hot, but I also get it could actually get the COVID. Yeah, Miami. Um, it could actually get the COVID or COVID symptoms. I don't see a death. I don't see a death, but I see it's embarrassing. He feels ashamed of it, and it could be because is it's going to be in the newspapers and the news. He eats a lot. He's overweight and all this kind of thing. Um, so yeah, that's right. You need younger individuals in your political realm. You actually do. But in these two, I feel this Biden. I feel this Biden, for some whatever reason, is coming through as like a good contender, and it's coming through that he's going to win the election. Okay. He's just going to walk. I feel that Trump is just going to walk away, and that's the last you're going to see of him. He's not even going to talk about it. He's just going to walk away and get along with his life. Oh, really, Caroline? What, complete lockdown? Oh my! You see, this is another thing that's worrying, isn't it? I did say, and I predicted a second wave, and I did say the second wave was going to be worse than the first. Okay, because we were kind of, like I said, that's the starter. That's the starter. Now we've got the main course to come. And we're already in a damn mess, okay, with the testing. So what I want to do is I don't know who's going to come through here with this, but I'm going to ask Spirit, the COVID, what's going to happen with the COVID? Is it going to be bad? Is there going to be, as this strain of this virus actually mutated into something that's more virile? That's another thing we're not being told, I feel. Is it mutating into something more vicious? If it's man-made and it's made in a laboratory, it will mutate constantly mutate into something that's more lethal. because that's why they make them for biological warfare. So let's ask, and spirit, come through if you feel that this can answer this question. I don't think I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this one. Is this virus going to be mutate? Is it let's ask, is it mutating into something? And I feel this is why possibly Trump knows this, that he feels it's been man-made in a lab. I feel that he feels it's going to mutate into something lethal, and I think he's going to be happy to walk away from this. Okay. So let's have a look. Is it going to mutate into something? Is it going to mutate into something? Now, I keep getting that falling off the chair, but I'm also getting somebody losing their footing, like tripping a bit, and people are going to say, oh, you know, I feel that's Donald Trump. Look out for that, okay? Look out for that. And I feel this is why he's not, he'd be happy to move on. So is the virus going to mutate? Or is it going to into something else? Well, I've got here, which we all know about, unfinished business. And will gain wisdom within time. So that's saying that somebody has got unfinished business here. And we're going to learn about this later on down the road. I will become wise to what's going on here. It sounds a bit like a biological warfare, doesn't it? And this is going to, well, it's already spread. It's already spread all over the world. I don't have to repeat that. It's going to spread in every country of the whole world. Okay. So it's going to, in that case, with these cards saying that it's going to travel and it's moving, then I would say that it's mutating. I would say it's mutating. There's unfinished business, so somebody here has got a grudge here. I just feel we're going to be watching the news, and it's going to be in this country, in that country, and thousands dying in that country, and thousands dying in that country, and this country's affected now, and you know there's no way we can fly to at this present time. Flights are going to be suspended again this winter, so I think that's when we're going to wake up to say this is worse than what we thought, isn't it? Isn't it? So I would say in terms of this, yes, it's going to get worse, and it's going to spread, and it's going to spread, and it's going to spread. But they're not telling us this, are they? I mean, what's happened to the World Health Organization? Where are they? They were supposed to be working on this and giving advice over this. But there's a decision, isn't there? It's either world economy or this virus spreading and people starving because they've got no money or no jobs. Okay. Yeah, that's right. And all these shops are closing and all that kind of thing. And I think I mentioned this on Patreon. It's like there's going to be a lot of people taking advantage of cheap labour and all this kind of thing. So I just have to say, I feel that it is the way this is going. I think I predicted this. I said that this was going to get worse. And it's going to spread, and we're just going to get the evidence of that going into, I would say, November, December. By that time, the whole bloody world's got it, and I feel that by the time the elections come and there's all this bad news on the news, I just feel that Donald Trump is happy to move on. It's like I'm done with this. Let somebody else deal with it, So yeah, so I feel we are in for a long haul with this COVID, and I don't want to scare anybody, because the way that I see this, it's going to be a year and going into next winter before the mass population, because we're talking about the whole world needs to be vaccinated, and that's an awful lot of people and an awful lot of vaccines before we can eradicate this. So, and for some reason, I get even the vaccines are limited to how long they last too. So it's something that we're going to have to repeat to. It's going to last, I get 6 months, not very long. And then you're going to have to repeat the vaccine again and repeat it again. So it's not something that's like one go. It's going to every kind of 6 months to have a vaccine. Yeah, so I get also that I did say, like, if you want to, because people are going to start to stock up their fridges, stock up their shelves and toilet rolls and all those things, paracetamol that we couldn't get, going to start doing that, because they're kind of realizing this is going to get bad over the winter. So make sure you get yourself, I'm not saying hoard it, don't take too many, just start kind of getting a little bit stored away yeah, get some toilet rolls, get those jumbo packs, and not clear the shelves, leave some there for people, but just get that little extra, and the hand gels, and all the things that the paracetamol. If you haven't got a thermometer, get a thermometer, and all those things. Okay. That's very lovely, Rajan. What a lovely thing to say. Everyone here, I want to join our energies. Yeah, so do I. In a healing, protective, gold white light for Earth. That's beautiful. Thank you. So yeah, so okay, so 1 or 2 predictions there came through. If you want to have your own little personal mini reading, if you want to make a super chat, I can come to, but otherwise it's about everything else that's going okay. Yeah, make sure you've got enough fuel, make sure you've got that wood chopped, because we may have to go in lockdown again. Look for things that you may need for lockdown, maybe freeze stuff, make things, bake things and freeze them and all that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, guys, because I don't feel there's anything else coming through here to share with you. I just sat here and waited for the energies to come through of what we needed to share. Now, first of all, I got the Land Army girl that came marching up that hill with her Wellington boots, quite formidable. I feel the message from her was like, work as a team, work as a team. And she kind of came across like that. Work as a team and get the job finished, and don't leave any job unfinished. That came through first. So the message from that was it's time to kind of knuckle down and get the job done, kind of thing. And then we went from that to somebody asked about politics and that kind of thing, and said about Donald Trump. I picked up here that he wouldn't be too bothered to walk away, actually, because of the second wave. I think he had enough with the first. Okay. So let's finish off with a very short kind of reading, and if anybody does, before I go, want their own little mini personal reading, please make a super chat and I'll come straight to you. It's not a problem. And we can share that together. So let's have a read here. Could we finish off with a reading? Now, it came through just there, another spiritual message. Be prepared. Be prepared. Because there is going to, this is not going to be an easy winter, okay? Be prepared. Be prepared. There's also too the vulnerability of your parents or the elderly, anybody else in your family, okay? Because don't forget the love from your parents. Don't forget the love from your parents. And make sure that, you know, your parents, the elderly, the vulnerable are being looked after. And when it says love from your parents, let's not forget the people that, you know, it says let go of the stress. Let go of the stress of all of this, because we've already been through it, haven't we? And it says here, parents is a big issue with taking care of a vulnerable people, because they're going to go indoors again, aren't they, during winter? And it says let go of the stress, don't take on other people's stress, and love your parents. Love your parents, and don't, you see, that's the saddest thing, is vulnerable people will have to be separated from their loved ones again. And think of the memories. It says here with the people, love your parents, talk about the memories that you had. If you can't make memories now, talk about the memories you made back when you were in your childhood and all that kind of thing, because they get happy thoughts. Give your parents and let go of the stress and think of happy thoughts. Look at their memories. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about shielding that. Yeah. But this is going to get a bit horrible in terms of having to be indoors yet again for day in, day out for the whole of the winter. Is going to be horrendous for our parents. So so I get here, it's all about family. It's all about family. And I get family culture. Now, when can you go home for good? Well, I get here family culture, and I think you're dying to get back to your own family there. But this is all about family thoughts, looking after your parents, and because nobody else is going to do that. Nobody else is going to call up your parents or anybody who's vulnerable and talk and have a chat and talk about memories and you know, make an effort and do this now. Do it after this show. Do it after this show. Do it tomorrow. Don't leave it till tomorrow. Do it today. Do it after this show. Ring your parents. Talk to your relatives, and cheer them up, because they are pretty much emotional. They're very fragile in ways of, you know, and we must not forget this. Okay, we must not forget. Yeah, it's time to share. It's time to share. So get here, when share, when you share, everyone feels happy. When you share, everyone feels happy. And isn't that right? Isn't that right? And it says take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, because I get here, exercise, make sure that you look after yourself in terms of running, walking, swimming. Otherwise, move your body. This will give you more energy and happiness. Okay, so exercise, very important. And teamwork. And teamwork. So what's coming through with this Ask Me Anything show is definitely COVID, and preparing yourself for this, taking care of your vulnerable in your family and all of this kind of thing. And look out for each other. Yeah, this is very important for this winter time. And yeah, it's all about community spirit. It's going to be all about keeping each other smiling, and it's going to be all about preparing this time properly. Although they've not got the testing properly prepared, they are now building up those hospitals that they have left dormant in preparation. But it's us that we need to prepare too. So think ahead, long term always. Okay, I'm going to leave the daily show here. And yeah, so big important message coming through here for all of us. It's not going to be an easy ride, and this is what's coming through. Even Donald Trump's happy to walk away from this in November, and I'm not American, but that's what's coming through here. Let somebody else sort this out now. And it's looking after each other and sharing. It's very important. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for coming and for this show. So please join us on Patreon if you wish to. If you want to help with my channel, please buy me a pot of English tea. That's in the description box at the bottom. That would be helpful too. And I have got another video that I'm going to do, but I'm going to do this tomorrow. Okay. What I'm going to look at is Omid Scooby and Meghan. And I'm going to look at why is Omid Scooby morphing into Meghan, and what is that relationship about? Because they do look, they're starting to look like each other. So I'm going to look at that tomorrow, and leaving it now for today. I may actually do that spooky video that I was going to do on Patreon, which is about the spooky haunted church, and to find out why it's so has so much bad luck around that church and around that area. So I may look at that afterwards, or I may look at that tomorrow. So come to Patreon, and I'm starting a series which is about haunted houses and spirits and spooky, and maybe talking to them too, and bringing them in and channeling them. Okay, and asking, why do you haunt this place? Why do you why is this person, why does this person you know, bring bad kind of energy to this place. So I'm going to look at that too, because I like things like that. I'm very interested in that. Okay, and stay safe, everyone, and take care of each other, and lots of love, and bye for now. Bye bye.